Good evening, everyone. It is September 19th, 2016, and, well, we're two wicked smart guys, except there's only one really smart guy here tonight. That's me, Rob Churchill. Billy's got the night off tonight. We'll go into that a little bit later, but I want to thank you guys all for joining us. Another exciting show on tap for you, and actually we got some surprises tonight. Since Billy's not here, it pretty much gives me free reign to do whatever I want tonight, so everyone pray that this turns out okay, because if it doesn't, well, I'm not to blame, okay? But we are coming to you live from Lansdowne Street in Bonita Springs, Florida, our usual location with our usual crowd and our usual beer. Coors Light, Rocky Mountain Refreshment, all night long. Thanks, Coors Light. You're the best. Anyways, it's Monday. It's Monday Night Football night. We got Eagles and Bears on tonight, otherwise known as a big slap fest, similar to the Jets and Bills the other night. Although a lot of people have a lot more hope for the Eagles right now because of the rising of the Messiah named Carson Wentz, which Philly is now deemed as God. Good for Philly fans. It's nice that they finally found a God, since they just chuck snowballs at Santa Claus and basically hate everything else in life besides steak and cheese subs. So that's good to go. And we're going to have a Philly fan on tonight, and he's been getting primed up since about noontime today, so that should be really interesting. And we also have another special guest coming in tonight, and I'm not going to tell you who that is, but you guys are going to be able to ask her some questions. That's right, I said her. It's a her. You might have missed her. It's been a while, but we're going to have a couple guests on tonight, and we're going to get to them a little later. Hopefully they show up on time before 9 o'clock before we go off the air. But, wow, Sunday, week 2, huh? Patriots, 31-24 over the Finskies. A lot of shit talking going on prior to that game, especially with Jimmy Garoppolo at the helm. They figured the Dolphins could come in, and this would be the upset since it's nice and warm in Massachusetts still, and they're like, oh, this is more like home. Great. Well, it's not. It's they took another beating. Okay, they came back a lot, but they did manage to plant Jimmy Garoppolo into the ground like he was a tulip in the middle of springtime. Jimmy was hurt, and in came Jacoby Brissett. And if you guys saw Jacoby in the preseason, he did look good, but it's definitely going to be a touch and go. I mean, if you can tell, almost every play after that, except for 3, were all run plays. Okay, so not too much confidence in the kid right now, but they're hopefully going to develop a game plan, because Belichick had a plan. He always has a plan. In Belichick, we trust. That's the saying, right? And you know that there was definitely a contingency plan in place. And the contingency plan being that if Jimmy got hurt, God forbid, that Jacoby had something going on. And he came in, he held his own. I mean, he didn't lose the football. The Dolphins did come back. They scored 24 points after we had a 21-0 lead, but we still pull out the win. We're still 2-0. The Jets are still in second. I mean, the world's not ending, okay? I mean, the Patriots are still in first place, okay? Now, as far as Garoppolo's injury is concerned, we're not sure. They say it could be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 weeks. They're not really sure. It's a guessing game, just like everything else in life. All right, so they're not really sure. And honestly, did you ever think you were going to get specific information out of Belichick? No. You're not going to get specific information about Belichick. He's not going to tell you about the injuries. He's not going to tell you how long it takes to heal. He's not going to tell you how much he misses them. But it is what it is. Life goes on, and we only have 2 more games before the GOAT comes back. Mr. Tom Brady, number 12, is going to be back here in 3 weeks against the Cleveland Browns. Now, it's funny because Cleveland Browns fans are already bitching. They're already bitching about the game, week 5. They were bitching about week 5 when the schedule came out, because once they knew the suspension was set in place, Cleveland fans basically knew that the apocalypse was coming. You might as well have told them that a comet was going to go and hit their city. They probably would have taken more kindly to that than having Brady come off a 4-game suspension going into Cleveland and showing what they got. And not to mention that Cleveland yesterday lost Josh McCown, their backup, to RG3, fragile RG3, is out for 10 to 12 weeks. Can someone please tell this guy to quit football? I mean, if he wants to have any sort of a life here at the end, down the road, then he's going to have to quit football because this guy gets injured like an 86-year-old that lives 3 flights up and doesn't have an elevator, okay? It's guaranteed they're going to fall down the stairs and eventually break their hip. Except he does it every goddamn year. It's crazy. You gotta excuse me for a second. I'm getting my laptop going here because, as you know, I don't really like going on solo, okay? But it is Monday, and we did miss the last 2 Mondays, so I wasn't gonna leave you guys hanging here on another Monday, okay? Billy had a tough weekend. Billy turned into the Bob Vila of boat ramps, apparently, okay? So for 2 days, he was building a boat ramp because he's now going to be Captain Billy. Captain Billy's going to be sailing the 7 seas out on the Imperial River here in Bonita Springs, Florida. He's probably already got his application in for the boat parade. He's going to light that sucker up, you know. You'll be able to tell. It'll be the Clark Griswold of Christmas vessels. It will have more lights on it than the Eiffel Tower on Bastille Day, basically, is what it's going to boil down to. But Billy's not here tonight, as you can see. It's just me, and I'm sorry that you have to deal with just me, but you have to deal with just me. Deal with it. Have fun. Let's have a good time tonight, okay? And please, if you guys are online, message in. Give me something to talk about. Make fun of me. Do whatever you want. I mean, all safeties are off tonight, you know? Send those messages in. I'm going to get to all of them. I have my contacts in, so I don't have to put my glasses on to see what you're reading. And you guys can stop me in mid-sentence, because I will get you guys on tonight. I guarantee you that much, okay? I told someone to come in here as a surprise guest host. Right now I have 2 guest hosts tonight. One is currently on the patio, okay? And we're going to bring him a little bit later. We can't have him at the beginning here, okay? It's just, that's too much too soon. Way too much too soon. But we are going to have him on here tonight. And I do have another guest star who is one of the bartenders here at Lansdowne Street. She's going to help me out tonight, and we're going to have a little segment. Now, if you guys are tuned in and you're not watching the Sox game like we have in the background here, playing Baltimore right now, and I hear Mookie Betts is up to his usual shenanigans, just kicking ass and taking names, or as Roddy Piper said, he came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and he's all out of bubblegum. So, Baltimore, we're coming for you. They're already started. But I hope everyone's having a good weekend. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Of course, it was week 2 in the NFL. The last night's game, the Sunday night game, was Green Bay versus Minnesota. Now, Minnesota opened a brand new house up there, the U.S. Bank Stadium, okay? A beautiful facility. I mean, you had to be able to tell because they were always constantly going to a picture of a luxury box up there in the stadium, which is really nice of NBC to show us how poor everyone else is. Thank you, NBC. You know, we really wanted that. But last night, Minnesota going in there with Sam Bradford as quarterback over the veteran Sean Hill. But I'll tell you, Sam looks good. He looks good. And Minnesota's defense is probably very underrated at this point in the season. They looked fantastic last night, holding Green Bay to 14 points while they scored 17. Well, Minnesota 17-14. Great win last night for them. For all you people up in the Minnesota that are watching us tonight, congratulations. You won a football game. Now you can go out to one of the 10,000 lakes and go fishing. Hey, great job. Thank you. We'll see you sometime during the season, won't we? Okay, great. Other than that, last Thursday we talked about the Jets and Bills, and we talked about 2 drag queens fighting over a purse. That was pretty accurate of a statement right there. And then the big letdown for me, the New Orleans Giants game. Now, a game that last year was 52-49. Last year, 2015, Giants, no Saints, 52-49. So, you'd figure it's going to be another high-scoring contest. New Orleans doesn't really have a defense. Well, they have a defense, it's just they don't really know how to play defense. Understandable. I mean, you don't practice it for several weeks out of the year, but whatever. So of course they lost. New Orleans lost. I mean, the only thing the New Orleans has going in is like 2 good wide receivers and Drew Brees. That's all they have. They don't have anything else. So, I mean, New Orleans fans, I'm sorry. It's going to be a long year for you. I mean, let's face facts here. If you end up over 500, then you have, as far as I'm concerned, that's a winning season for you. You guys did great. Way beyond the expectations of anyone on this planet besides New Orleans Saints fans who think that they're going to win the Super Bowl every year, which are kind of like, Boston fans. We think we're going to win something every year now since we've been winning something every year. But you have to win something every year to think that you're going to win something every year. Okay? But it doesn't necessarily happen that way. You need a big supporting staff, like a defense. Just because you fired Rex Ryan's brother and he's working up in Buffalo now does not mean your defense is going to get better. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. It might, but it doesn't. You gotta excuse me. I got another laptop over here because I gotta know what's going on. I gotta pull scores up. I don't have all this in memory here. We're going off of memory right now. Okay. Like with Baltimore winning last night, the Kitty Cats losing yesterday. It was rough. It was rough for a little while for some people. What the hell is that? No one wants to see my water bill. Christ. But how was your guys' weekend? How was everything? What did you guys do on Sunday? Where'd you watch the game? What did you do? Chime in. Let me know. All you do is hit a message at the bottom of the screen. It'll pop up. I'll see it. We'll do some asking. We'll have a little conversation tonight. Let's keep it live. This is a live show, folks. Live. Like, I'm doing this right now. I'm not recording this to play back later. I'm recording it now live and posting it later. So if you watch it after 9 o'clock tonight, then no, it's not. It was recorded live, just like they used to say in the old days, like the studio audience was recorded live for Happy Days, shit like that. But we lost all our viewers. Everyone's gone now. Oh, we got one back. Welcome back. So I got to get Brittany on tonight. We're gonna have Jimmy on tonight. It's gonna be a little bit of chaos. I don't know how long we're gonna run with this tonight. I mean, I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. It's Monday night, and I'm by myself. I'm basically having a conversation with this bottle. I mean, what do you want me to do here? Let's talk about some stuff. Let's get through the football, and then we'll talk about Satan coming to visit Florida. That's right, Satan was in Florida today. Flew in, flew out, made people wait about 8 hours, took an entire day. I mean, what the fuck? Let's skip football right now. Let's go to more important things, okay? Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about the Antichrist coming to Florida and telling all of us to believe him more than anything else in the world. Donald Trump was here in Estero, Florida, my town. He was in Estero today at Germain Arena. Okay, now people started lining up for this event at 6 o'clock this morning. 6 o'clock this morning, people started lining up outside Germain Arena to see the guy with the hair that never ends, the speed bump head. Okay, now God bless it. I mean, you Trump supporters are so loyal. It's really deeply frightening. It really is. It's very frightening to most people. I mean, you guys are so dedicated to show up outside in Florida in the summer, outside an arena, and then to stand there for 6 hours before they even let you in the building. Okay, right there it says you're mentally disturbed and you have some deep-seated issues that you need to fix at some point. Okay, but and Trump's supposed to go on at 3 o'clock, but instead, his warm-up act was former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich. Wouldn't you think that your whole campaign is in trouble if your warm-up act is Newt Gingrich? I mean, how many laughs do you expect to get out of that, and how pumped do you expect the crowd to get after having Newt Gingrich on there to warm you up? Personally, it's not that exciting. I mean, he comes on there and of course goes into his whole touting match of, believe me, I am going to build a wall. It's going to be a massive wall. It's going to be fantastic. Believe me. And what we're going to do is we're going to kick out all the illegal aliens. Every single one of them. We're going to kick them all out of the country. It's going to be great. It's the greatest plan ever. Because I thought of it. Because I'm Donald Trump. That guy fucking just should have a tattoo on his forehead that says tool shed. Okay? Because that's what he is. A fucking tool shed. Alright? It's lunacy at this point. I mean, we have two candidates now. Hillary, I don't really like to send emails through public servers. Clinton. And we have Donald, please believe me, for the love of this world, Trump. I mean, these are the two choices we can come up with, America. These are our two best people to be president of this country. Okay, if those are the two best people, then we are all completely fucked. Or we have our head buried so deeply in our phones and we're watching too much of Keeping Up with the Kardashians to actually realize what's going on and what's better for the world. Okay? Meanwhile, we have a third party candidate by the name of Gary Johnson, who, like, I still talk to people and they're like, who are you voting for? I said, I'm voting for Gary Johnson. They're like, who? What do you mean, who? How do you not know? Like, they are who is deplorable. You Kenny, you are on spot on that one. Okay, I'm not gonna knock who you support. Okay, we've had that already, Kenny. You and I. We don't go there again. Okay, you can support whoever the hell you want. Okay, I'm gonna support the candidate that I think is best for this country, and that's Gary Johnson. Okay. And now we're going to do a little Gary Johnson plug, okay? Gary Johnson is the former governor of New Mexico, two-term governor, okay, that was able to cut taxes 14 times, was able to leave the office with a budget surplus, okay, was able to build all new highways in his state, okay? Now, he was a Republican governor in a Democratic state. Let's just say that right now. He was already going against the tide. And then to come into New Mexico and do what he did in the time that he had there was fucking amazing. He was amazing. And what a great governor. And he's running with another great governor, Bill Weld, okay? Now, you know, some people are going to say, Bill Weld connected to Whitey Bulger, blah, 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 blah. Listen, Bill Weld was a U.S. attorney, okay? Very smart guy, and another Republican governor in a Democratic state. These guys know what they're doing. But, of course, since after the whole Ross Perot fiasco about 20 years ago, the elections committees and the people that run these debates now say that a third-party candidate needs 15%. That was never in the rule book prior to that, okay? The 15% was developed after Ross Perot came in, okay? That was after that debate, because basically it took votes away from the major parties, which the major parties were furious over. They didn't want a third party coming in there and trying to screw everything up for them. But that's what happened. Okay, Ross Perot came in there and he got a good chunk of the vote. I mean, I think it was like 8% or something like that. It wasn't even a good chunk, okay, but enough to like say that third parties are viable. Now we have an actual candidate in the Libertarian Party by the name of Gary Johnson, who's running with Bill Weld, and are two great guys. Okay, now they should be included in this debate, because basically this debate coming up on the 26th is going to be like the Super Bowl of politics. Okay, you got to realize that the election is only 6 weeks away. This country is going to change in some way in 6 weeks. Okay, whether it be Trump or whether it be Hillary, which are both two poisons that I do not want to sample. Okay, that's going to happen. Now, by keeping Johnson out of the debate, basically what they're doing is just continuing to corner the market. It's like a monopoly. They don't want these other two they don't want the two-party system to be broken down, because it's like a club. Okay, it's like having two clubs or a civil war, whichever you want to look at it at. Okay, but the two-party system is old. It's outdated. It's not anything good anymore. Okay, it's not benefiting the country. All it is an old man's club, okay, with a lot of money and a lot of power that does not want to give that power to anyone else, okay? They want to corner that, they want to cuddle it, well, like Chris Farley did to the biscuit, in Tommy Boy. Oh, I take my little sail and I caress it, and I say, oh, look at you, you little election, isn't it great? And then I choke it, squeeze it, and it falls to pieces. That's what's happening right now, okay? We have to get Gary Johnson into one of these debates. Now, you guys can go to his website, johnsonweld2016.com. I'm sure you can look up Gary Johnson on Google. Google tells you everything nowadays, okay? But go and investigate. Take a look. Listen. You have to be sick of listening to Hillary and Trump. You have to. I mean, if you sit back and going, boy, I can't wait for that Trump guy to come on TV. He's just great. Or, I can't wait for Hillary to come on TV. She's so believable. I trust her so much. Those people right there are the problem with this country. They're the problem. The ones that just believe that this is okay. Like, picking one of these two candidates is good for the country. Yes. So is legalizing every single drug. I'm sure that's also a good decision for this country. Or why don't we just give out pilot's license to people that can't fly? Let's do that too. Or we'll just continue to give out driver's license to people in Quincy of Asian descent. That's also not a good idea, but we do it anyway. You know? And it looks like the U.S. is just going to continue that trend. It's just going to continue to make bad decisions. Like keeping up the Kardashians. Bad decision. How about Real Housewives of Orange County or Atlanta or New York or New Jersey or Columbus, Ohio or one of those godforsaken hellholes? Okay, people watch that shit. And trust me, it's making us stupid. It's just making us stupid. I mean, walk into a restaurant, okay, or walk into any public place nowadays and just look around. Look at how many people are on their phones. Look at, oh, Tatum, you miss Uncle Crazy Bernie, Crazy Uncle Bernie? Well, you know, Crazy Uncle Bernie's still crazy. Hasn't changed. You know, and I'm really starting to wonder who the real Bernie Sanders is. Is it Larry David or is it actually Bernie Sanders? Because the two are right next to each other. They're right there. I'm really not sure which one is which nowadays, but you know, it is what it is. I know Crazy Uncle Bernie. You know, he's just being the crazy guy. He's sitting on the front porch now. You know, tooting the horn of Hillary, and you know, it's all going to end badly. It's all going to end badly, folks. I mean, but please, open your mind to other choices. Open your mind to a third-party candidate. Even Jill Stein, who's the Green Party candidate. I mean, if you think Jill Stein's going to help the country, then vote for Jill Stein. But go look at what you realize that you have more than one choice, more than two choices. You have three. You have four. Okay, you have write-in candidates. You can do that too, okay? But the fact that Gary Johnson was not allowed in these debates is terrible. And it should scream that something is deeply, deeply wrong with our political system in this country. I mean, it's okay to have 24 Republican candidates broken into two separate segments and have a debate that way, but it's not okay to have a third-party candidate among two other candidates just because those are the two major party controlling? Come on. Cut the fucking shit. That's lunacy. That's absolute lunacy. Red Sox just hit a home run. Big Papi again. Oh yeah, Kenny, he needed that debate. He needs that debate. He needs to get in at least one debate. If he can't get in, since he's already out for September 26th, he better get into one in October. But that's up to us, the American public, to be able to chime in and show the polls that there's another choice, and that it is smart for us to get him in there. I mean, because let's face it, 80% or more of this country does not know who Gary Johnson is. They don't know. They're like, what do you mean he's a third-party candidate? I'm like, yeah. And he's better. Like, the dude has climbed mountains. He's climbed the highest mountain on every continent. I mean, Trump looks at a mountain, he gets winded. And Hillary could only see the base of it, because if she climbs up, she's going to fall down and get caught by a bunch of Secret Service agents. I mean, come on. So, I mean, that's my political rant right now. I mean, it's a tough world, especially when it's a monopoly, when it's not as open as it should be. I mean, if you guys say, like, anyone can be president maybe in 1820. And probably not even then, because you still needed a shitload of money to get that election. I mean, it's based on money now, donations, and we're the ones giving them fucking money. Well, that and corporate America and, you know, super PACs and all this other bullshit. I mean, if there's a pharmaceutical company that wants to push Hillary in, then they're going to give her, like, $19 million. And that sucks. It sucks for us, okay? And pharmaceutical companies, that's going to be a whole other topic for another day. We might even cover it tonight, because I'm not sure where my guests are. I know one's in the patio, and I'm going to have to leave here in a minute to go get him and fish him out of here. But that's just going to be an interesting segment of the show. But listen, overall, all I'm saying is this. You have more than one candidate. Free EpiPens for life. Yeah, you ain't shitting. You ain't shitting, Tatum. That's true. There should be free EpiPens for life. There should be a lot of free drugs out there, okay? But, you know, I'm also convinced that there's somehow a cure for cancer, because cancer's been around forever. We've managed to cure thousands and thousands of other diseases, or come up with antibodies, or or vaccines to prevent other things, but somehow cancer just continues to linger on. You know, that's probably because cancer is about a $300 billion industry, okay? And the pharmaceutical companies do not want to let go of $300 billion. I'm not sure anyone wants to let go of $300 billion, all right? So, I mean, the pharmaceutical companies are the modern-day drug dealers. They are. They are currently now the Pablo Escobar of drug dealers, okay? And it's because of a couple things, okay? First off, they have the cure, okay? Or they have the magic pill. Okay, the magic pill might cause you to shit blood out your asshole, bleed from your eyeballs, have convulsions and respiratory problems, but you know what? That's going to cure that fungus on your toe. Sounds like it's worth the trade, doesn't it? But seriously, pharmaceutical companies are now the biggest drug dealers in the world. They're terrible. They're terrible, terrible people, okay? All they care about is money, and that's fine. Well, it's not fine, okay? But that's the expectation nowadays. And all these pharmaceutical companies care about is money, and that's all they do care about. They don't care about the patient. You can't honestly tell me that the people and the CEO and the board of directors and the executive roundtable gives a shit about the actual patient, okay? The only person that gives a shit about the patient, and they might not even give a shit about the patient, are the people that are actually making the drugs, okay? That are creating these drugs, okay? Because they create them with so many goddamn side effects, I'm not sure whether they want to treat the disease or give them new stuff so they have to take more pills. I mean, how many people in this country are on 7, 8, 12 pills a day? So many. I mean, health insurance companies and pharmaceutical companies are getting so rich day in and day out that they can't even count the money anymore. It's just like, you know, Johnny Depp in the movie Blow, where he had all the money in the house and he just started packing it around everywhere. Okay? And they have so much money that they cannot keep it in the fucking building anymore. They can't. They're finding places to hide it. I'm convinced they're probably digging holes out in the front lawn of their executive offices and putting it in there for safekeeping. You know? Or and the new pharmacist developing drugs, he probably just wants the money. He doesn't give a shit about you. The pharmaceuticals companies don't give a shit about you. That's why medical marijuana and marijuana basically itself is still illegal in this country. It's because they know it's good. They know it can help. They can help people with seizures. People get their appetite back that are going through chemotherapy and getting radiation treatment, okay? But is it legal yet? No. Colorado, Oregon, Washington, all smart, and 19 states in this country that have medical marijuana in place, okay? So with some places being more lenient than others. Florida is not one of those places, okay? We do not have medical marijuana as an option down here yet. There's actually one medical marijuana store that opened up, and I don't even know how they pulled that off, and I think it's up in Tampa. You know, Miami-Dade County, they actually went to a decriminalized so you can carry up to an ounce and not get arrested. You get a ticket. Okay, I mean, this is common sense thinking here, folks, okay? There are more natural shit out there on the planet for us to take advantage of than to have all these pills being popped into our body that have more side effects than we know what to do with. Okay? It's not the way to go. The way to go is to find what nature gave us to cure this thing. I mean, we probably the one that created most of these diseases. Like cancer, like, it's probably existed for hundreds and hundreds of years. They didn't understand it, okay? So, but they've known it's been around for at least 100 years. You know, they know it's there. They know it exists, and they know they've been working on cures on it forever. I mean, how do you and I know that there isn't a cure already? But because of so much money involved in cancer treatments, that they want to keep that secret. They won't want to have that.
Do you advertise?
I do advertise. Would you like to get on board? Come on, we're broadcasting to the whole world right now. See, to some of the nice folks down here at Lansdowne Street, you never know what's going to happen down here. It is a live show, but like folks, like I'm saying, you know, as far as medical marijuana goes, I fully agree with it because it definitely helps people with. I was late. Is Billy home watching Rick Perry on Dancing with the Stars? How did you know? Actually, I had to go by the house. Tatum, I had to go by the house to grab the mic for tonight, and I thought I was going to need the extension cord, but I don't. And it doesn't matter because the outlet doesn't work tonight anyway. So, but he was actually all chimed in. He was flipping between the Red Sox and Dancing with the Stars. He really wanted to see what was going to happen to Ryan Lochte tonight on there. He was convinced that there are going to be more angry Brazilians storming the stage, which I wish I had watched that live because that was just been hysterical. But we got our topic. Billy is actually off tonight. He had a really rough weekend. Not alcohol-wise, he had to do a lot of work at the house, and he got it done because he's a good man like that, and he really wants to put his captain hat on for the boat soon. So he take care of that, and I'm sure he'll fill in with us next week. And oh, hi Stan, I miss you too, pal. It was great to see you while I was home. But Billy will be back next week. We're gonna have a little schedule change next week. I think Billy and I might be on this Friday again. I'm gonna hope to be on Monday, and I'm gonna probably have to go by myself again, unless I get another co-host, who I have to drag off the patio soon. But hopefully, and then because it's Amber's birthday next Monday. Happy birthday, Amber! A little early, a week from today. Okay, she'll be celebrating the 8th anniversary of her 21st birthday. So congratulations to Amber! Happy anniversary! That's awesome, fantastic stuff. Billy got you a boat. Yes. Yeah, I'm competing against the. I know I'm competing against the voice, Dad. I mean, I'm not. Luckily, I'm not on the Nielsen system yet, so I don't have to worry about ratings too much so far. But I do have to continue to talk, and I am getting parched. So I need a beverage real quick. Excuse me. Brief time out. Don't leave. There's 7 of you here, so just hang out for a second. This will only take a second. But thank you guys for chiming in. It means it gives me something to talk to you guys with about. But as far as I'm stands, for the people in Florida that are watching us down here in Southwest Florida, Fort Myers area, guys, vote yes for the medical marijuana question, okay? You're going to be helping a lot more people than you think, okay? Marijuana is not just a drug for hippies and stoners to sit in a corner and, okay, just do that, okay? Medical marijuana actually helps people. It can help children with seizures. It can help kids with cancer. It can help people getting chemo, okay? This is all legit stuff. In Massachusetts, I guess it's yes on 4, which is complete legalization of marijuana in Massachusetts. Not the issue here in Florida, okay? Probably not going to happen in Florida, total legalization. I mean, you know how close we are to Cuba? People will just start coming over here with a boatload. It's just bales and bales of weed, okay? But in Florida, vote yes to get the medical marijuana passed. And in Massachusetts, if you want to decriminalize it, I mean, you guys decriminalize gambling, okay, where they give you free alcohol, okay, but you guys will not legalize weed? Come on. Who do the Pats pick up as a secondary quarterback? All right, well, right now there's a list of guys, okay. One I'd say that we don't get is Michael Vick, who is currently a free agent right now. It's just not, no. And you know how many animal protests will be outside the stadium every day? That'll just cause the headaches of traffic and people going inside, okay? So Michael Vick's off. One interesting prospect, okay, so you don't have to have Julian Edelman as your backup quarterback, is to have Matt Flynn, who is currently a free agent and has plenty of success against the Patriots. So I'd like to see maybe if he can have some success with the Patriots, although you got to realize, whoever they sign, it's only going to be Drew Bledsoe. That experiment went well. I'm sure he'll come out with his walker and look great. But Stan, unfortunately, Drew Bledsoe is out as he makes wine now. Drew Bledsoe makes wine. That's what he does now. He sells bottles of wine. And he's actually had a problem shipping it to Massachusetts for some reason and getting it at the stores. But that's a whole topic for another day. You guys can read that. Google that. Drew Bledsoe wine. He'll give you the rundown as to all his fine bottles of wine. He'll grab a Pinot Noir, a Cabernet, Pinot Grigio, whatever you want to grab. But Drew Bledsoe is currently making wine, so he's outstanding. But Matt Flynn, that would be my top choice as a backup right now. I'd probably because basically you're only going to keep the guy for 3 weeks. All right. Oh, what's flashing on my connection this week? I'm sorry about that. The connection was a little weak. I don't know what's going on. Someone's probably using the Wi-Fi in here, and that's why it's a little slow right now. But sorry, my bad. You know, you're losing your signal. Yes, I know, Tatum. I'm sorry. It's back now, though. Apparently I can only move in certain directions, and I have to stay on this side of the screen for it to not have a weak signal. All right, but yeah, I'd say Matt Flynn, Dad. I'd say Matt Flynn's the only guy that you can legitimately put into service right away. Sorry, guys. It's a connection issue. It's going to happen from time to time. I mean, if someone else uses the Wi-Fi, then I can't really stop them from doing that. I mean, I'd like to, but I can't. You know. So I gotta get my guest in here in a second. He's outside at the moment. So like, I'm gonna leave in a minute here and try to get Jimmy in here. because the Eagles game is on right now, so he is glued to the TV. This might be difficult getting him over here, but we're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on it anyway. 5-1 Sox. Yeah, the Sox are kicking ass right now. I mean, when Pavi's hitting homers and Mookie's getting homers, you're probably gonna win. Did you guys know that the Red Sox have the most runs in the Major League Baseball right now, and have outscored their closest opponent has 730-something runs. Meanwhile, the Red Sox have 840-plus runs. I mean, this offense is sick. It's so sick. I mean, you saw the other night. You saw when Hanley can't miss right now, okay? You could put a golf ball into the hand of a 99-mile-per-hour pitcher. Hanley's going to turn that thing around and send it onto the fucking mass pike, all right? That's how good Hanley is right now. And we talked about it the other night. I mean, Billy knew that I was going to put that picture up of me and Hanley. I mean, how could you not? The guy just tagged a fastball and sent it so deep into center field that it almost embedded itself in the wall back there. So, I mean, you have to have him in there. Yeah, and I had to show that picture. Like, I met Hanley that time. I think it's reverted back. I made it a temporary picture so I didn't have to torture you people with all the celebrities I hang out with day in and day out. All right, that was a lie. That was a bull-faced lie, okay? I don't hang out with celebrities, although I have met plenty of them. Tom Hanks and Ben Affleck and Bob Vila and Chris Elliott and the Red Sox and the Bruins and NFL owners. I've met a ton of people, because luckily I was a limo driver before this, which was just one of the crazier jobs I have, but definitely one of the most interesting. I'm wondering where my partners are here, because I bet they're outside. I'm, of course, broadcasting inside because it's too loud out there tonight. And we found a cozy little spot in here. But, you know, they show up, they show up. If not, I'm here. And, you know, I don't have to make this a full hour-long show. I mean, I've probably already made it almost 40 minutes right now. You guys got to be sick of talking to me or hearing me talk, not talking to me, because only 5 of you have chimed in. But, like, definitely get sick of me talking. I mean, I'm parched right now. This is hard work. That's why I like having a partner. I only have to talk half the time. And in that, it's only short bursts. You know? So, what do we got right now? Well, we got a break in the Red Sox game. And due up is Sandy Leon, Holt, and Bradley. All right? That's coming up in your lineup right there. Now, guys, what a surprise Sandy Leon has been for the Red Sox. It's been unbelievable. Like, no one expected. The guy had like basically a career under 200 average. Okay, but the Sox had to pick someone up, and they did. And this guy has been like, he's been unbelievable. He's been hitting the ball. He's been called a great game. I mean, the pitchers themselves, they love him. They love the way he calls the game and everything like that. So, you know, it's super exciting to have him behind the plate. And I think he's definitely the most underrated Red Sox player that's been on the roster this year. I mean, people I don't think they quite know how important having Sandy Leon behind the plate is, especially the pitching staff. Look at Porcello. First guy to have 20 wins this year. Unbelievable. Cy Young candidate, okay? And then you have the offense, which has just been prolific. They have tattooed baseballs. Just killed it. I mean, unreal what they're doing this year. You know, it's so, like, God bless the Red Sox. You know, we're hopefully going to be in the playoffs, and you know, it's season's not over yet. We're getting close to the end here. We got about 2 weeks left before the season is over. I think we have less than 2 weeks left. I think yesterday might have been 2 weeks from yesterday, so 13 days left of the regular season, which was right there, folks. Playoff baseball, NHL hockey season starts, and the football is already going in full swing. So it's my favorite time of year. Sports, all the time. And the Tour Championship coming up. If you guys are a golf fan, and you know, if you guys know, I'm a golf professional by trade, so I love golf. I'm a big fan. So we're coming up. This is the Tour Championship coming up. So let's see who wins the FedEx Cup this year. And of course, in 2 weeks we have the Ryder Cup. And if anyone that doesn't know golf, okay, the Ryder Cup is a team format. It's the USA versus Europe, okay? Who doesn't like to beat Europe? Who doesn't like to beat on Europe, okay? That's like, come on. Oh, and if this is a drinking game and you're counting how many times I've said okay during this whole night, you're probably wasted already. And I apologize for that, but I don't want to stop the dialogue here. So sometimes you might hear or okay, or did you guys know, or something along those lines. It's going to fill in space in between my sentences. It's a bad habit. I'll try to break it at some point, but you know, it is what it is at this point. You know, and so if you guys watch this from the beginning and watch it back, or maybe rewind and see how many times I said okay, and take a shot every time I said okay, you won't see the end of this show. You won't see up to this point right here. I guarantee you that right now. But as you guys know, Ryder Cup's coming up. It's going to be at Hazeltine National Golf Club in Minnesota. I know a friend of mine is working that show, and then he's coming down to Florida. Oh, B. Russ, please, for the love of God, don't get in the way of any of the goddamn players, all right? But it's going to be interesting. The U.S. has been getting its ass handed to them the last couple of years, okay? We haven't held the Ryder Cup in our hands in a long time. And if you want to see golf in a new way, if you want to see golf with passion that you would not think is in golf, watch the Ryder Cup. Even for people that don't understand golf or don't play golf, okay? This is the one event where you are a fan, where you love it, where it's head-to-head, where you get to beat the shit out of one another, okay? It's that kind of golf. It's awesome. You have to get involved with it. You have to watch. It's going to be on NBC. It's going to be in hours that we can actually watch live instead of when they're in Europe where you have to get up at 4:30 in the morning to watch live golf. Fuck that. Fuck that. I mean, no one wants to do that. So, 2 weeks, Hazeltine National, the Ryder Cup, get into it, USA all the way. Dad, I don't know who they're going to pick for that final spot. I don't think it's going to be Bubba, though. It could be Furyk. You know, maybe Justin Thomas. I don't see them going with a rookie. I see them going with experience over someone new. But I'm very interested to see who that pick is, and we'll find out after the Tour Championship, which will be held this weekend, coming up, actually starting on Thursday in Georgia for all the marbles here. Now, whoever wins the FedEx Cup, they get $10 million. That's right, folks. $10 million for winning the playoffs in the PGA Tour. That's a nice little bonus. That's a nice little bonus at the end here, you know? I can't blame him. I've won $10 million too, but my golf game sucks right now. You know? It just sucks. It's deplorable. I don't even want to talk about it anymore because now I'm getting angry and hostile, and who wants to do that? Hey, Karen Ryan, I want to thank you for liking our page. We appreciate it. All the likes, all the shares that you get out there, the better. Normally, I'm here with my partner in crime, Billy Conran, tonight, but he is not here tonight. He is he's at home on the couch, lounging around while I do this for you guys, because I love you, and I will never turn my back on you unless I'm on vacation in Massachusetts. And even then, I might broadcast live. You never know what's going to happen, folks. You never know. We might go live at the most random times, but we got some action going on in this football game, and it looks like we could have some angry Eagles fans, but my angry Eagles fan is outside right now. If we get them on, it could just be me tonight. I thought we were going to have a couple guest co-hosts, but they are apparently outside or something. I don't know. I don't know where they are. I'd really like them to come on the show, but they're not inside, and I have to go outside and chase them. And then that's going to turn to a 3-minute conversation. Then I'll have 3 minutes of dead air, or 2 minutes of dead air. And that's just 2 minutes of dead air too long. I mean, we've already gone 45 minutes tonight. Have I really talked for that long? Fuck. It's like a therapy session, and the shrink's just looking at me going, when will he ever shut up? I mean, what, we covered football, we covered Trump, we covered a little topic about pharmaceutical companies and weed. We talked about the Red Sox, we talked about golf, we talked about Billy. We talked about how my co-hosts are slacking. Last time I asked anyone for help on this thing. You know? Fucking slackers. Who needs that shit? Anyways. But, anyways, I don't know. You got a funny story? You guys got something you got to say? What's on your mind out there, over there? I got 5 viewers right now. I'm sure something's on your mind. If not, you're just drawing a blank because you're flipping between me and the television and wondering which is more interesting. I think it's a coin toss. Why don't you grab a quarter, flip it. I'll take heads. You take tails. Tails, watch football. Heads, you watch me. I'll wait. Let me know what you got. Ooh, my connection is weak. Still weak. Hold on, maybe if I go over this way. It worked! What do you know? The connection's not weak anymore. Well, I thought you could only do that with rabbit ears when you moved your head into a different position and like you got a better... Very weak, see? Potato, don't worry, I moved my head. I move my head over this ways, and apparently that's a much better way to do the show. I don't know why. Apparently my big melon of a head was blocking the Wi-Fi signal. Which wouldn't surprise me, because I have a huge fucking head. Huge. I have heard Belichick's voicemail, and stop moving. I can't. Well, I have to move over here. If I go back over here, the signal gets weak. But if I go over here, then the signal is strong. So I'm going to stay over here. Sorry, Tatum. I did hear the Belichick voicemail thing, Dad. That was pretty funny. I wish I could play it on here. I just don't have that capability yet. I'm not that far advanced in production work to get this on here. You know, so I'm trying to figure out if I can get my co-host on here, or if I'm gonna. It wasn't even like co-host. They were more like guests. You know, my co-host is Billy, but occasionally, you know, if one of us is not here, we're gonna need a substitute. And I thought I had 2 tonight. They haven't showed up, and I'm pissed. Well, one's here. I just don't know if I can bring him on the air right now. I could pause this and go outside and find out. He's probably angry. Who just scored? Oh, the Eagles kicked a field goal. Why does a dog lick his balls? Well, I don't know, Aaron. I mean, I would assume it's just if they're still attached to him, it's because he has the ability to do that. I mean, it sounds like it could be fun if you're into that sort of thing. I personally don't like licking balls. Because he can, like a boss. See? That's right. You know, I'm not sure even guys would want to do that if they could. Especially if, you know, you got a perm down there looking like, you know, the later episode of the Brady Bunch. No one would want to do that. You'd just be picking hair out of your mouth like a floss. Gross. Who the hell wants to do that? But a dog, hey, they'll lick anything. I mean, you've seen it. If you have a dog and you walk it around the corner, they will lick anything. They will lick shit. They will lick their own asshole. Their own asshole. I mean, we all know freaks that will lick other people's assholes, but... Well, if you'd never leave the house, okay, well, you'd be a very happy person inside the house, I'm sure. You would probably have a bigger smile anytime someone delivered you a pizza than anyone on this fucking planet. I guarantee that. If you could just stay in the house and lick your balls all day and order pizza, Aaron, then it sounds like you would be the happiest idea in the world. Maybe you could figure out how to make money out of that. Because if you could, then, you know, you have our full and unwavering support. Other than that, what else is going on out there in the world? Anyone else have anything on their mind? Come on, chime in. I mean, it's a rolling conversation here, folks. The live show, I don't even know what time it is. It's 8:50. We've been doing this for 45 minutes now. I've been running my mouth like a moron. And you guys have been tuning in, and I can't thank you guys enough. I mean, for all the views and stuff that we get, you know, obviously our highest show was almost 6,000 views, which was incredible. And hopefully we'll get back up to that again, but it's up to you guys. Like, please, if you like our page, if you like, we're going to start posting more content on the page. You're going to see stuff that we share, just like you guys share on Facebook, you know. Maybe some new stuff, maybe something we see out on the roads. Go do a shot. We can do a shot. I got to find Johnny, though. Johnny's my bartender. Walter, thank you for liking our page, man. I appreciate it. All the support that we can get, the better, you know. Let me see if I can get Johnny over here to bring us a shot, or bring me another beer. Actually, this is my first beer, and because I've been talking so fucking much, I haven't been able to finish even my first beer. And I'm off tomorrow, people, okay? I don't have to work, which means I can get as shitty as I'd like and take an Uber home, like a responsible adult would, or a cab. I will not drive my car home. That's right, because I'm responsible. Jaeger and beer. Okay, Aaron, let's go with this. Jaeger is German cough syrup, okay? And it's nice and everything like that, but if we're going to do a shot, we're doing either one of two things. We're doing Jameson, or we're doing Patron. Now, personally, I'm a tequila guy. I like tequila. You know, whiskey just makes me want to breathe fire and piss out my ass later, which no one wants to see. And I don't want to feel that way, okay? But, I mean, out there, what is your favorite shot? What do you guys like to do? Obviously, Aaron likes Jaeger. Apparently, he likes Jaeger bombs, okay? Which is fine. That's great. It's good for him. You know, I support you, Aaron, you know, and then maybe I'll buy you a shot sometime if you come down to Lansdowne and join us for a broadcast, all right? I'll buy you a shot of Jaeger, all right? But, you know, for me, I'm going with a little bit of Patron. Let me see if I can get Johnny to send me no bomb. Okay. Back off. Didn't mean to piss you off on that one. Just saying, Jaeger bombs are a very, very popular destination. Middleton's. My father went Middleton's. He's an old school guy, and I can't really blame him. I mean, that's a very smooth whiskey. So he can have his middle. I gotta tell you a story. That me and my father, okay, when we went out to Pebble Beach, I took my dad out to Pebble Beach, and we had a great trip, okay. But when we get to the hotel room and we check in, we open this cabinet, okay, and inside is a bar. I mean, it's a legit bar, folks. It's got Absolute, it's got McClellan's, it's got Bombay Sapphire, Fireball and beer. Lots of, Aaron, if you're ever down here in the Estero area, Fridays at Rusty's in Estero is Fireball Friday. Dollar shots of Fireball. I mean, I don't like promoting other businesses because, Lansdowne, this is our house, and they've treated us like kings since we've been here. But, if you do like the Fireball Fridays at Rusty's in Estero. And don't worry, they also have Mug Night, too. Check it out, Rusty's Estero. There's a couple locations. Oh, Tampa, Florida. Okay, well, you're not that far. You're like 2 hours up the street, and, we sometimes have stuff going on down here that, you might not tamper. That's a big lie. I'm just trying to make this place sound better and busier than Tampa. But thanks for tuning in, man. I really appreciate it, especially up there in Tampa. I mean, that's the land of Bubba the Love Sponge and all those other good broadcasts up there. But we've had a pretty good viewage tonight. I don't know how many people have tuned in. I've had as high as 10 and as low as none. For those times I feel like I'm talking to myself, it's nothing unusual. I'm pretty much used to that. I can talk to myself all the time. But doing this by yourself, it's fucking hard. Like, just to be able to try to think of stuff to talk about for an entire hour. I'm trying to go the hour here, and I don't even know what time it is. It's 8:54. Good times here. Yeah, I got some friends in St. Pete, and I always have had a good time in Tampa. Even when I was a lot younger, I went to Tampa. Even times I shouldn't have gone to Tampa. I just know that Ybor City was fun and evil all at the same time, and Busch Gardens has great roller coasters, and the Tampa Bay Rays were pretty decent when Madden was there. But other than that, it's a good drinking spot. You guys got plenty of strip clubs, especially near the stadium when I was leaving the football game. You got Maz, Venus. I really wanted to go to the spaceship. I mean, I go driving by and I see that strip club with the spaceship, and I mean, could you imagine the debauchery up there? I mean, I should probably go in there with a radiation or chemical suit because I don't know what's on the floors or the walls or anything like that or what's happened up to that point. But yeah, it's a fun town. Tampa is a real fun town. It really is. I mean, I live down here in Naples where everything's a little bit more Republican and it's a little bit slower, and people are march to their own drum, and it is what it is. But it's a nice area. But hey, Aaron, if you're ever outside of Tampa and you come down to Fort Myers, look us up, man. We're here on Mondays. And if we're not here on Mondays, we'll tell you when we are going to be here. But again, I'd like to thank everybody down here at Lansdowne Street for treating us so well. It's Lansdowne Street. It's on US 41 in Bonita Springs, Florida. If you guys want some great food, some great drinks, and some really good times, make sure you make it down to Lansdowne Street. It is a hell of a spot, and it's one of my favorites down here. God's Waiting Room. Well, that's the whole state, except Miami. They don't wait that long for it to see God. They just off themselves pretty quickly due to whatever. Zika, overdoses, a lot of cocaine, it's just the way it is over there. But they have a good time. And guys, if you can do me a favor, do me a Billy a favor, please share our page, put it out there. If you guys got friends that you think might like the show, share it with them. Share it on your page. Share it on someone else's page. Share it with a gift of apples and chocolates. Maybe you have something special for that special someone. Just come on down and share it with everybody. But please, see, Aaron's in. He likes the page. So apparently we made a new friend tonight. Thanks, Aaron. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. But yeah, please, if you guys can, we really appreciate the support. We want to keep this going here. We have no plans to slow down, especially when season coming up. Do you imagine all the anarchy and people we can get on here when season comes up? I mean, this is going to be awesome. We had someone come and chime in tonight. It's going to be fucking great. We're going to talk to people. We're going to run interviews. We're going to have random questions. We're going to have a question of the week. And you know what? I'm going to post the very first question of the week. And you guys can respond to this question of the week by answering it on our page or sending us a message or sending us a little video chat, whatever you guys want to do. But here is your question of the week. No, I'm sorry, Aaron, it does not have to do with boats and hoes, unless your story involves boats and hoes. And then the answer could be boats and hoes. You know? Because you could be on a motherfucking boat. I'm on a motherfucking boat, motherfucker. Sorry. That was the Tourette's. And it happens from time to time. Don't mind me. But your question of the week is going to be, what was the first time you were grounded and what did you do? What was the first time you were grounded and what did you do? I mean, everyone's been grounded. My parents actually didn't believe in grounding until I got arrested. Then they really believed in it. They were adamant about it at that point. But I can't blame them. I would probably do a lot more than just ground me. I would probably put me in a set of gallows in the front yard so all the neighbor kids can see and throw eggs at my face. But my parents were very level-headed people. Not at that given moment, but they were very level-headed nonetheless. And that's the whole story for another time. I will inform you of my... we'll talk about the time I was too numerous. Thanks, Dad. As you can see, my dad's chiming in right now. Too numerous. Yes. As my parents called me, I was the experimental child. My sister was the good one. I was the problem. Not the problem, but they were just trying to figure out. Aaron, have a great night, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. And for all you other guys, please answer the question. When was the first time you were really in trouble with your parents and got grounded? What did you do? How long was it grounded for? Let us know. Tell us the story. Send us some messages. The best stories we'll use on the air next week. We'll put it on for the show. I mean, it's almost 9 o'clock. It's almost time to scoot and boogie here. I can't believe I did a whole hour with you guys. That's fucking crazy. But listen, guys, thank you for all the support again. I know I say it over and over again, but if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing this. So please, if you can, share more of a challenge. I know, not a problem, more of a challenge. At 38, as we still find out, I'm still a challenge. Hopefully I'm figuring this out, you know? Hopefully. But whatever. We'll work it. Maybe this will pay me some point in my life. I don't know. Maybe the show will go big. Maybe someone will hear this and say, boy, that kid loves to talk. Maybe we can put him on a satellite radio station. But until then, we're going to be here live from Lansdowne on Monday nights. 2 wicked smart guys. Just one wicked smart guy tonight. That's me, Rob Churchill. Good night, Dad. I love you guys too. Good night, Mom. I love you too. And I love the rest of you guys. You're all good people. If you weren't, you wouldn't be watching the show. But if you can do us all a favor, share our page on Facebook, like our page on Facebook, tell your friends about us on Facebook, and we'll realize that we're here every Monday night. Next week we're going to try for 7:30. I'll be here at 7:30. I'll be here early and more available. Because it's Monday football, and I want you guys to make sure you watch the whole game instead of me jumping in the middle of the game. But next Monday, 2 wicked smart guys live from Lansdowne Street, and if you're in the area, come on down. We'd love to have you on. And it shouldn't be just me and Billy. It should be all you guys. So we love you guys, and for 2 wicked smart guys, I'm Rob Churchill. No, Stan, you're the man. And that's Stan Westland, and we're 2 wicked smart guys. We'll see you next week. Have a great week, folks, and peace.